friends, my family, Likeland Lawton. I hope you guys are doing great out there. I have been away for a while, and I apologize for that. My family went to we went on a vacation together, and the mountains were beautiful. But I am sorry. I did want to get a video out yesterday because you guys, there's some exciting things going on in the crypto industry and in the financial markets in general. So I am blessed to be here sharing this with you tonight. I hope you guys are doing great out there. Again, if you guys need some news, come to likelandlawton.com and you guys can get some more news. I try not to focus too much on news. There are some really interesting things developing worldwide, which I am, some are good, some are bad for cryptos. I think ultimately everything right now points to Bitcoin as the salvation of this whole thing, you guys. I don't really know what's going to happen with the banks and this situation, you guys. I have a really big fear right now of this, generative AI right now in the next like 24 months. It's pretty clear that the technology is there to basically clone. I was talking to my boss man, Kyle, today, dude. Shout out to him and Jay and Pella, and you guys are awesome, dude. Prospector, you guys, all my fans out there, all my subscribers, you guys are the reason I do this. I do this for you. If I can help one of you guys, then I feel like my mission in life is complete. So that's all I really try to do. I hope you guys appreciate it. If you guys do it, like, subscribe, please, to this channel. I do this in the name of decentralization and cryptos. I believe in the future. I believe that cryptos are the ultimate way. And silver and gold are going to be a beautiful thing, but they're going to be called unobtainium in a lot of ways. Okay, and it's going to be gone. Okay, as soon as you put it in the banks and all this funny money and the derivatives game, you guys, this thing's coming to an end. Okay, Wall Street is on its last legs, so to speak. And it's sweating right now. Okay, we have a pretty crazy inverted yield curve, and I think that it's either way. So as the banks fail, cryptos are going to become the safe haven because they're going to be at least in your own possession, right? And that's what we encounter in the financial market is this third party risk, and there's this problem with third party risk in every financial institution that's ever been. Okay, and there needs to be this separation of state and money. Okay, that I've been trying to preach on this channel for a really long time, you guys, and I think we're here on this adoption curve. Okay, we're here. We're not very, and this thing's going to start accelerating. Okay, and I want you guys to be in first class. I want you guys to be first classes on the airplane ride. And if you're in and you're listening to this and you're trying to accumulate at these levels, and you can see the broader picture in like 3 or 4, even 10 years, you guys are going to be at, in 10 years, realistically, you guys, Bitcoin's probably going to be at like, my guess is in 10 years, it's going to be at $5 million. Okay. As the acceleration of, and I'll just go on record saying that, you guys, I think that that's what's going to happen. Like, I think this thing is going to start accelerating and it's going to catch everybody off guard. And then you're going to have these companies like Apple, and we have two countries that are basically involved in this whole thing. Okay. And I think that it's going to start accelerating, you guys. And I think, by getting in now, it's going to be a beautiful thing. And this generative AI, you guys, I mean, I'm showing you guys like some of the stuff, like I've been trying to generate some like sweet art, you guys, and this thing's taken off pretty aggressively. Like I really like this one. So if you guys have a vote for me, I really like this one. But it also spells Litecoin wrong, which is really kind of weird. But I mean, generative AI is pretty amazing, you guys. I've been actually researching. I've been using some chat GPT, you guys, and I've asked it like it really likes Litecoin. It actually ranks Litecoin as third best cryptocurrency to hold So I am pretty proud of being Litecoin along you guys. There's a reason it's the OG. I think it's going to be the transactional currency of the future, and I think that owning some of it now, Bitcoin and Litecoin are both going to be so volatile though that I think that the stable coins might save the US dollar in a sense of digitalizing USDC or Tether or both, or just incorporating some sort of government oversight, I guess, on stable coins. And I think that that's going to secure that bond market and that bond demand that we're used to keep this whole system going. So that could increase the longevity, you guys. Okay, so I think that that's going to be happening. Um, I was asking it about like post Einsteinian theory, you guys. This thing's going to change the world. Okay, but all right. Anyways, if you guys do want to know what I asked ChatGPT. I talked about post Einsteinian theory. And it was pretty amazing, like about the singularities, like how does our physics describe the singularities, both in the center of a black hole and at the birth of the universe. There's these events that basically break down all the laws of physics that we have, right? And that's why I'm attracted to Bitcoin, you guys. We're actually breaking below 30,000 as we speak. I was hoping that 30,000 was going to hold here. It's not necessarily a great thing that we are getting this cross right here, at least on the 1 hour chart. Let's see what the 4 hour looks like. We're still opening up. I mean, it hasn't actually crossed on the 4 hour yet, and that means that the daily is still like opening up. And we did actually on the daily just have this print this like green candle on the MACD, so that's actually a really good sign, you guys. I think that there's going to be probably like pullbacks along the way. A healthy formation is actually retests. So on the daily, this thing could actually just come down and retest this triangle, you guys, and then bounce off this zone, because there's the VPBR is actually pointing to this heavy accumulation zone around this like 28 to 29 zone. So I expect Bitcoin to do some pretty big things here. We are actually curling in the cipher. We're actually curling back into money flow back into the positive here. So that's actually pretty exciting too. And that's the first time. However, we are getting this like bearish divergence forming. And that kind of goes, I'll get into the actual price action here. I hope you guys are doing great out there. There is some pretty amazing things happening in the world. I hope you guys are safe and taking care of your families and knowing what's important and knowing what's right, because we're going to be tested, right? And the true test of an individual's personality, in my opinion, comes in those situations where they're under stress or to duress, right? So you really find out who people are, right, in that stressful situation. And you better know your community members, you guys. Get to know your neighbors if you guys are closely connected, because you guys are going to be the ones that save yourselves or group together. And at least in the intermediate term, as the system transitions, you guys, there's going to be a transition. I think it's going to happen pretty fast. It might happen. They're trying to make it seamless, right, into this purely digital realm. But we'll see if it happens here, you guys. I think that Litecoin is a natural winner in this whole situation with privacy and a lot of things that are coming about. The one thing I did want to mention, so like with this generative AI technology, guys, there's going to be like fake videos of people doing fake things, right? And like, you got to be careful. And then Digibyte, dude, offers this, like, this is a coin I really like, guys. So if I did actually, disclaimer, I did just acquire some more Digibyte. I think this thing is going to take off here, you guys. Cheers to everybody out there. I hope you guys are doing great. Crypto is going to take off. You guys are the fortunate few that are here and experiencing this thing. And I might only get like 200 views, but I feel like this information and the financial change and letting people know that what's coming right now is a tsunami for equity market. Okay, so it's going to be a tsunami for equities. So you get your money out of equities, basically put them into cryptos or gold or silver. Like that's basically what you want to do. Real estate is gonna take a whacking. Commercial real estate is off the hook right now. Like that is getting really bad. But Digibyte offers this Digi ID, you guys. So like as influencers out there, I think the Digibyte is going to be the one that you're going to have to sign in to prove through the blockchain, get verified that you are who you say you are, and then you can post this video. Because AI is going to be posting some crazy shit about everybody. Pardon my language, YouTube. I hope you guys are doing great tonight. I'm gonna get back into the charts, but I did want to give a promotion out there to the DGB dude, Digibyte. It's one of my favorite coins, you guys. I do have a strong position now. Disclaimer, you guys. This is also not financial advice, you guys. Just a reminder. Make your own decisions on this channel. I am suggesting that cryptos are a beautiful place to trade, and the volatility is what draws us traders into this thing. And I did want to get I did play this breakout right here, even though I do think like this can divergence, right, you guys. So this is why I do think that we're gonna hit this like 36,000 either. So 34 to basically 40,000, 38. I doubt we're actually gonna. We might bump our head on 38. Okay, this is what I have drawn, and it's actually the golden Fibonacci too. So the Fibonacci's is a really weird thing in trading. So just so you guys know, and to teach people out there, and it's this golden ratio that occurs all in nature, right? But also is this if you go back in the charts, like this is, I have it drawn and everything. We come back and basically visit it every time. Okay. So my prediction right now is that we come back, we bump our head on this like 38,000. Okay. At the highest, I would start taking profits at like 36, and I plan to start taking profits at like 36. And then it's probably going to dip back down to this 22 zone, this area right here. And I would not be surprised if that happens, you guys. You have to be prepared for that right there. And then I think what's going to happen is that then we're going to break out. Okay. And then we're going to just rampage. Okay. It's going to be a freaking rampage. I think we might go up to like $250,000 on this next pump. Like I would expect if this is true, okay, this adoption curve is true, then I think that Bitcoin is going to hit, especially with the suppression of this last one. I think that the money that's out there and like just the sheer amount of capital that's out there and other funny money derivative paper, Fugazi, right? That's going to flow into this thing. Is going to be mind boggling to most people. And I think that, if you're in the top 40 coins, I think you're going to do severely well. I think that if you're taking gambles on like that, there's going to be coins that like in the thousands range, and I would suggest Digibyte. That's my play, right? Like this is my dark horse. Okay, you guys. And Digibyte's been around a really long time. I keep going back to Digibyte. This is a Litecoin channel. I love Litecoin, but this is like my second favorite horse in the race, pretty much right now. I do like some Sheep too. So it's a toss up between Digibyte and Sheep right now. But these two, I think the upside for Digibyte is like ridiculous. And if you look at this chart, you guys, look at this thing. I just want to give this to you guys out there because this is how fortunate you are in this space. So you got to zoom out for clarity. Okay. And, these peaks, right? It looks actually really close to Litecoin, but I mean, if I was buying Digibyte at like, not even a cent, a third of a cent. Okay. And then it just goes up. It goes up 12,000%, dude. Okay, in a matter of 500 days. Okay, 12,000%. Think about that, you guys. That's why we're lucky. Okay, you're not going to see that anywhere else. You guys, they don't teach you that in college. A lot of times, the younger that you are, the more risk that you want to take. The more cryptos you want to be involved in, the younger that you are. and you probably want to be more in like metals as you get older. Like that's kind of like how I would play retirement and things, you guys, and that's how I'm playing. That's how I'm playing it right now. I'm deep in cryptos. I love cryptos. I love decentralization. I like being outside the bank. And I think that we're at this early stage, you guys. We're so early. It's like crazy to think about. It's crazy to think about how much money is out there. It's in the quadrillions, you guys, and we're like we're the superior money. We know we're the superior money. Bitcoin knows. It doesn't know. It's just math, right? But that's the beauty, right? It's not a company with a CEO making bad decisions out there. Okay, it's math. It's decentralized asset. That's math. Okay, and so I do think that like Litecoin has a good chance of actually hitting this $53 again. Okay, and this right here, you guys. This I think is going to be like Fed pivot and stock market crash. Okay, and I think that we're going to decouple basically at this point. Okay, in time, and the Litecoin is going to be like, okay, we're private, it works, it's fast, we can use it as a transaction. We're going to go to this right now because we'd rather own Litecoin and Bitcoin and ETH and SHIB and DIG and Doge and even silver and gold rather than keep our money in a system that basically is a fugazi, right? So we all know that. I mean, definition of a Ponzi scheme, you guys, they're not going to. The odds right now, I would say, of a national default are increasing significantly as this whole thing goes on. And if the House and the Senate, like, I hate to talk about politics, but if they don't figure out something fast, then basically we're going to default, and then the dollar is going to go to basically it's just gonna there's gonna be this inflow, you guys. We don't even know what the cash and it's gonna happen. We don't actually know when it's gonna happen, but we speculate like the latest it would happen is be September. But I don't we don't know what that means, you guys. So you need to be safe. You need to have stuff, real things in your possession. You need to have it, you guys. And even if this thing, like, you know, even if in real terms, Litecoin goes down to $55 again, okay, you're basically just going to have to wait, you know, on average, we'd have to wait, until May, basically 2024. Okay. So to break even. Okay. And so I think that's a very realistic possibility that even if you're buying right now and you don't sell and it goes up to 160, which I think it's a kind of a realistic target for Litecoin right now in the inner term. I think we are going to break out, and then we're going to have this like pretty horrific correction with the broader stock market, and then we're going to decouple, right? Guys, the crypto guys out there we've always thought that it's going to decouple, right? It's going to decouple from the broader stock market. It's not the same. It's a different thing. It's a different element, like a digital element, you guys. And Bitcoin, I believe, is the first digital element. I'll go on record and say that we should create a new periodic table with Bitcoin as the first digital element, you guys, that cannot be copied into infinity, right? So it's a pretty revolutionary thing in humanity. Satoshi Nakamoto, I believe, is going to go down in history as like our Da Vinci, you guys. So, I think that, please be smart out there, okay? Please be smart, okay? Because it's going to be gone if you have a ton of money in a 401k or a retirement fund that's not owned by you, Charles Schwab, or like all these banks are in trouble, you guys. They bought bonds way too, with too low interest rates, and then they climbed up this, they're basically made their purchases, 1 year purchases worthless, right? And no one's buying them right now. Okay, so it's a tough time. I think that we're in the first inning right now. I think you need to start owning some physical things, including food. Okay, so don't forget about food, you guys. Don't forget about water, security, some lead maybe, right? If you know what I'm talking about. And I think that there is a way of handling things, you guys, right now, and you just need to be smart, and you need to know your neighbors, and preach, community and togetherness, because we are the ultimate enemy, you guys. The ultimate enemy of cryptos is separation. Is separation, is thinking that you're separate from everything else, including the earth, including your people. That idea and that corporate, selfishness, a lot of times is what's leading to our world, um, that's in trouble right now, you guys. So, be smart out there. There is a lot of things, positive things going on in the world. Litecoin right now, I am looking at it. I do think let's see what do I think here. All over here. So I do think we're going to come up here, you guys. I think we're going to come up to this 165. Okay. I think we're going to possibly correct all the way down. It's going to drive people crazy. Okay. People are going to lose their freaking minds. Okay. If it does break out, if this actually does break out, okay, and it could break out. Okay. It could be this like part, where it just goes doosh and breaks out. And that is a realistic thing. Okay. So it could break out. And if it does, then hallelujah. And if we get a retest, then even more hallelujah. But, ultimately, I think, that 160 to 180 zone, is going to be the test, the ultimate test of Litecoin. I think we are going to break out, you guys. And then we're going to get this vicious correction with the broader stock market, and the Fed's going to pivot, you guys. So know yourself. I think Digibyte, if you guys are not involved with Digibyte, learn about Digi IDs. I think that the video, being able to protect yourself online and be able to prove who you say you are, and not having just like videos made about you, I think that's going to be a pretty major topic moving forward. And I think that, if you guys want me to talk about something, I will talk about it. Silver right now, over $25 right now. You guys, we're getting a breakout on silver. I did want to talk about this. This is actually pretty exciting. We're breaking this long-term wedge right now. And I think that this broader, this is what I think silver is going to do right now. There's this giant cup and handle forming. I think that it's also within this like descending wedge right here. So like, I think that, this is actually a bullish formation. Both these are bullish formations. Okay. But I think I think that silver right now is going to break out. And if we hold above 25, the odds of retesting that 30 are really key. Okay. And then ultimately that 50 is going to be, something that we might actually come up here and then hit our head on 50 and then form like a flag or something, consolidate, and then break out. And then that would be okay as well. That would still be a confirmation of this formation. Okay. But the odds of cheap silver, you guys, are gone now. So if you're getting some, congratulations. I still think $25 silver is going to be a bargain. Okay. Especially coming into this next, 10 years, I think that silver is going to go pretty parabolic here. It's going to go pretty, it'll become unobtainium. Okay. And I appreciate you guys. Everybody out there, I hope you guys are doing great. So get yourself some silver, get yourself some Bitcoin, Litecoin, ETH, SHIB, Digibyte, Doge. I like platinum a lot too. So those are my horses in the race, you guys. And I hope this helps. I hope you guys let me know what your portfolios are. Let me know how you guys are structured. Okay. It's always really interesting to me, and it gives me good, information about how the sentiment of the market is. And I appreciate you guys. This is Litecoin Lobby. This video has probably gone on long enough. I appreciate you guys. I am out. Blessed evening. Peace.